Lean in close. This isn't another fluff piece. We're looking at 15 secret Disney World loopholes that actually work, and you're about to see why. After more than a decade of planning trips, staying at every resort level, and testing hacks inside the parks, I've learned that a handful of insider strategies separate the casual visitors from the Disney pros. These aren't just cute tips, they're real loopholes that can save hundreds of dollars, hours of wait time, and gallons of frustration. Didn't know we measured that in gallons, but here we are. If you miss even one of these, you might overpay for your room, lose out on a promotion, or waste time swapping parks when you don't need to. Let's start unlocking the magic. Loophole 1. Book early, apply discounts later. If you've ever hesitated to make a Disney reservation because you were waiting for a sale, this loophole is for you. The most popular resorts and room types often sell out months ahead. By booking early, you lock in your preferred dates and hotel. Later, you can actually book your stay and still take advantage of future discounts. When you make a room or package reservation, Disney only requires a deposit. As Plan Disney explains, when a new promotion like free dining for kids or a room discount becomes available, you can modify your existing booking by My Disney Experience to apply it. Disney doesn't automatically apply deals, so you need to watch for promotions or ask your travel agent to do it for you. This loophole combines peace of mind with flexibility. No more sweating over whether to wait or to jump on a date. Loophole number 2. Leverage off-site hotel perks. Staying on Disney property is magical, but it's not always the best value. Some off-site hotels, especially those in the Disney Springs area, offer perks that outshine official resort benefits. For example, the Drury Plaza Hotel Orlando includes a free hot breakfast, which is one of my 3 favorite meals of the day, a 5:30 kickback with free dinnertime snacks like hot dogs, nachos, sliders, even pasta, and 3 complimentary alcoholic drinks for adults, plus free popcorn and soda throughout the day. Many of these off-site hotels also provide free shuttles to the parks and discounted rates that can be half the cost of Disney moderate resorts. So what, you may be asking? Well, dining at Disney is expensive. If your family gets free breakfast, dinnertime food, and even drinks every evening, you can reduce your food budget by hundreds. Off-site nightly rates can be $150 to $200 cheaper than Disney's moderate resorts. Even if you end up paying for rideshare or parking, you'll likely still come out ahead. If you're willing to sacrifice some official theming, this loophole can drastically improve your budget. Loophole number 3. Utilize discounted gift cards. Here's a strategy that quietly pads your wallet. Buy Disney gift cards at a discount before your trip and use them to pay for everything. Warehouse clubs like Sam's Club often sell $200 Disney gift cards for about $190, a 5% discount. Target's Red Card gives you a 5% discount on most purchases, including Disney gift cards. Even a few percent savings add up quickly when you're paying for lodging, tickets, food, and souvenirs. Start buying discounted gift cards months in advance. Keep them stored safely, then combine the smaller cards onto a larger one via Disney's gift card website. Yes, you can merge multiple cards. When you pay for your vacation package or charges to your room, use the gift card like cash. The small discount multiplies across your entire vacation budget. It's an easy hack, and once you start, you'll never want to pay full price again. Loophole number 4. Rent DVC points for deluxe accommodations. Deluxe and budget rarely go together, but here they can. Renting Disney Vacation Club points, DVC, allows you to stay in deluxe villas for a fraction of the cash rate. Typically, a deluxe resort room might cost $500 to $800 per night. When you rent points from a member or broker, the same room often runs around $200. Reports from the Points Guy indicate that savings of 40 to 60% off Disney's published rates are common. Here's how it works. DVC members own a set number of points they can use to book villas. If they can't use all their points, they rent them out through brokers such as David's Vacation Club Rentals or DVC Rental Store. You choose your travel dates and resorts, pay the broker, and they book the reservation in your name using the member's points. You get access to deluxe villas, including full kitchens and laundry, for less than what you'd pay for a standard hotel room. These reservations are generally non-refundable and require full payment up front. You're also subject to availability. But if you're solid on your travel dates, this loophole puts a 5-star stay within reach. Loophole number 5. Avoid the park hopper on longer stays. The park hopper option sounds tempting. It allows you to visit multiple parks in a single day. But if your vacation spans 4 or more days, you might not need it. Mouse Hacking notes that adding park hopper can cost roughly $65 for a one-day ticket and up to $95 for a multi-day ticket. On a 5-day ticket, that raises the price from about $600 to around $695. Park hopping often adds stress. You're leaving one park midday, traveling, passing through security again, and starting fresh in another park. That time could have been spent on rides or enjoying a parade. Each of Disney's 4 parks can fill a full day. For longer trips, dedicating each day to a single park lets you dive deeper, explore hidden corners, and avoid extra costs. You can use the savings to indulge in special experiences like Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review, or whatever it is you and your party wants to do. Alright, so far we've locked in our rooms, sorted our budgets, and debated park hoppers. But what happens when you're actually in the parks? Here comes the fun part. Insider secrets that kick in after you've arrived. We're moving from planning mode into survival mode, and the next 5 loopholes are all about keeping you hydrated, fed, entertained, and ahead of the crowds. Ready? Let's dive back in. Loophole 6. Never pay for bottled water. You've probably heard that Florida's heat is no joke. If you buy bottled water all day at $4 a pop, you'll blow through your snack budget faster than you can say Dole Whip. Here's a simple fix. Free ice water. According to park experts at Undercover Tourist, every quick service restaurant at Disney World will hand you a free cup of ice water on request. Many locations also have self-serve water stations. Bring a reusable water bottle. When you pick up your free cup, dump the ice into your bottle, fill it up with water, and you've got cold hydration all day. That's quality H2O. Quick serve spots like Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe or Satuli Canteen will happily hand you extra cups of ice if you ask nicely. You can even bring flavor packets or electrolyte powders to jazz up plain water. A small story: on a sweltering August afternoon, I watched a family of 4 spend over $20 on bottled water by noon. Meanwhile, we refilled our bottles at free stations and spent that $20 on Mickey pretzels and popcorn. The difference? We stayed just as hydrated and had snacks to show for it. Multiply that over a week and you've saved enough for souvenirs or an extra dessert party. Loophole 7. Use grocery delivery. There's nothing like strolling down Main Street with a cup of coffee and a croissant from your own room. One of the easiest ways to cut costs and streamline mornings is by having groceries delivered to your hotel. Plan Disney confirms that services like Instacart and Amazon Prime can deliver directly to Disney resorts. Bell Services will hold your items and refrigerate perishables until you pick them up, even before you've checked in. Before your trip, place an order for essentials: breakfast bars, fruit, bottles of water, maybe a case of soda. You could even include snacks like trail mix or granola bars for the parks. Have the delivery scheduled for your arrival day. When you check in, ask Bell Services if your groceries have arrived. They'll bring them to your room for a small fee, or you can pick them up yourself. Having your own cereal, milk, or pastries saves time and money. It's also a lifesaver for picky eaters or those with dietary restrictions. Plus, you'll avoid the morning rush at resort food courts, meaning you can get to rope drop faster or enjoy a leisurely breakfast on your balcony. Loophole 8. Share adult entrees. Portion sizes at Disney World can be generous, especially at quick service restaurants. Instead of ordering a kid's meal, which often consists of nuggets and applesauce, consider splitting an adult entree. Travel bloggers point out that many meals are large enough for 2 adults or an adult and a child to share. It's a straightforward way to stretch your dining budget and appetite. For example, at Sunshine Seasons in Epcot, the Mongolian beef with rice and vegetables is sizable. Share it, and you both get protein, carbs, and veggies without feeling stuffed. Over at Flame Tree Barbecue in Animal Kingdom, the smoked chicken platter comes with enough meat for two. When sharing, you free up room and budget to sample multiple desserts or snacks later. This loophole isn't just about money, it's about variety. Rather than each person ordering a full meal and not finishing it, you can share one entree and then graze on smaller snacks like churros, spring rolls, or festival bites. Just remember, not all dining locations allow splitting if you're on the Disney dining plan. You'll want to check the specifics. But at most quick service spots, no one will bat an eye. And if you do order your own plate, ask for free water and skip the sugary drink. You'll stay hydrated and save $4 to $6 per meal. Loophole 9. Prioritize single rider lines. Lightning Lane passes get all the attention, but single rider lines are one of Disney's best-kept time-saving secrets. Undercover Tourist notes that attractions like Rock and Roller Coaster and Expedition Everest offer single rider queues that often cut your wait down dramatically. On Everest, waits rarely exceed 10 minutes. The catch? You'll likely be separated from your party once you reach the boarding area. If you have teens or adults in your group who don't mind riding solo, send them through the single rider line while others browse shops or snack. If everyone is comfortable splitting up, you can all jump in the single rider line and meet at the exit. This is particularly effective for rides with notoriously long standby lines. Not every ride offers single rider. Generally, it's reserved for coasters and vehicles with odd seat numbers. Check the My Disney Experience app for availability. Also, single rider lines sometimes close early or open late, and you won't be able to choose your seat. Still, it's a free alternative to the expensive Lightning Lane purchase. Loophole 10. Dine at hotel restaurants for fireworks views. If you want to watch the Magic Kingdom's fireworks without buying an extra day's ticket, or just avoid the crowds, head to Disney's resort restaurants. Undercover Tourist highlights that you can watch the fireworks from the Polynesian Village Resort's beach or the viewing deck at Disney's Contemporary Resort. They even pipe in the music. Reserving a table at Ohana, Kona Cafe, or California Grill around showtime gives you an incredible view over Seven Seas Lagoon or the park skyline. You don't necessarily need a dining reservation, though they help. At the Polynesian, you can grab a Dole Whip at Pineapple and I and walk to the beach. Cast members often allow resort guests and visitors to watch from there, but the area can fill up, so arrive at least 45 minutes early. At the Contemporary, head to the 4th floor observation deck or the bridge between the main tower and Bay Lake Tower. The music is synced with the fireworks, making it feel as if you're right on Main Street. Hold up, did you think we were done? We've covered snacks, rides, and fireworks, but the last 5 loopholes are the ones that seasoned Disney veterans talk about in hushed tones. These are the tactics that make casual guests raise an eyebrow. They're a bit more advanced, a bit more strategic, and they can completely transform your experience. Ready for the final round? Let's go. Loophole 11. Stack lightning lanes, but used with caution. If you think you've mastered lightning lanes, you might be ready for the tap, grab, modify technique. Mouse hacking describes this method. After you scan into your current lightning lane attraction, immediately book your next lightning lane. Then, modify its return time to an earlier slot. This can let you hold multiple return windows, effectively stacking rides later in the day. The system sees your previous lightning lane as used, so you can book another. However, you often need to scroll and refresh the app to find earlier times. It's a game of cat and mouse. Availability changes rapidly, and you need to know which rides run out quickly, like Slinky Dog Dash, and which you can grab later, like Living with the Land. This hack requires constant attention to your phone. You might miss spontaneous moments if you're glued to a screen. Stacking too aggressively can backfire if return windows overlap. Also, Disney could tighten the rules at any time. These systems are always evolving. Treat this as an advanced move for those comfortable with tech and willing to tweak plans on the fly. Loophole 12. Visit during off-peak seasons. Timing is everything at Disney World. By traveling during low demand periods, you benefit from smaller crowds and lower prices. A recent Travel Host report summarized that mid-January through early February, after New Year's crowds depart and before President's Day breaks, offers some of the least crowded and most affordable days, essentially whenever schools are in session. Disney uses dynamic pricing, so ticket costs fluctuate based on demand. The busiest times are when schools are out: Christmas week, spring break, so mid-March through mid-April, and summer, mid-June through mid-August. If your schedule allows, plan your trip around these heavier windows. Not only will you save money, but you'll also spend less time in lines and more time on attractions. My favorite time? Late September. Kids are back in school, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is in full swing, and the weather starts to become tolerable. The parks feel spacious, and you can often walk onto attractions that would have hour-long waits in summer. Loophole 13. Swim when others park hop. Most Disney tips focus on rope dropping in the morning and staying late at night. But there's a sweet spot in the middle of the day when you can reclaim your sanity, leave the parks, and hit the pool. The Disney food blog suggests taking a midday break to return to your hotel, get a power nap, or enjoy the pool. This escape helps you get away from the noise and the crowds. The parks are at their hottest and busiest after lunchtime. People are stressed, lines are long, and the midday sun is beating down. Meanwhile, resort pools and leisure areas are relatively empty because everyone else is sweating in the parks. Spending an hour or two swimming or relaxing under an umbrella can recharge you. You'll head back in the early evening, cooler, rested, and ready to tackle more rides while the midday crowd starts to thin. A friend of mine calls this strategy reverse rope drop. They'll rope drop in the morning, leave around 11 a.m., swim and snack at the pool, then return around 4 p.m. when many guests are leaving for dinner or park hopping. It's not just practical, it's luxurious. You're paying for your resort amenities, use them. Loophole 14. Stay in line after park close. Imagine arriving at a ride with an hour-long wait, but it's almost closing time. Should you skip it? No, get in line anyway. Disney's policy is that if you are in line for an attraction before the posted closing time, you will be allowed to stay in line and ride. Cast members will cut off the queue right at closing, but they won't remove people who are already in line. This is a gem for rides with long waits like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Avatar Flight of Passage. By entering the queue just before closing, you essentially get a ride without sacrificing any daytime hours. Lines can appear daunting, but they often move more quickly after closing because FastPass/Lightning Lane traffic disappears. It feels like an after-hours experience without the extra ticket. If you're traveling with small children or anyone who is exhausted, weigh the thrill against the potential for grumpy kids. Also, note that the park's restaurants and shops may close as you exit, so plan your snack purchases accordingly. But, as a time-saving loophole, it's hard to beat. Loophole 15. Use the right GPS input. This last hack isn't in the park. It's about getting there without a detour through backstage. Many visitors type Magic Kingdom or Disney World into their GPS and end up at cast member-only entrances. That kills the magic. A planned Disney panelist advises entering 3111 World Drive, Lake Buena Vista, Florida, 32830 as the destination. That address takes you to Magic Kingdom's parking entrance. If it doesn't work, try 4600 North World Drive, the contemporary resort. It brings you to the same general area. Once you're near Magic Kingdom, clear signage will direct you to the parking area. This tip avoids frustration. I once blindly followed GPS directions only to be directed toward a service road. A security cast member politely waved us away, and we had to backtrack 10 minutes. After that, I programmed the toll plaza address, and we reached the parking lot seamlessly. The same strategy applies to other parks. Search the park name plus parking and follow the official addresses. When in doubt, the My Disney Experience app or the official Disney website will have the correct directions. Now it's your turn. Which loophole are you most excited to try? Maybe it's stacking lightning lanes like a master, or perhaps you're planning to watch fireworks from the Polynesian beach with a Dole Whip in hand. Let me know in the comments. I love hearing your stories and sharing new tricks. If this video brought you value, if you learned something you didn't know before, please hit the like button, share it with your Disney crew, and subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure. Check out the next video on the screen for a deeper dive into more hidden park secrets. And remember, Your adventure is just beginning.